Hello and welcome to Mike Dub 27 Trader. And today we're going to look at how trading went while we are in this tariff, under this all these tariff acts. And it actually wasn't that bad. The key is just finding the right thing to trade. I decided to go with the leverage. So let me click on that. And I got 3 leverage stocks. Now the one I did was the reverse Tesla leverage. Basically, the Drexion shares ETF Trust Drexion daily TSLA Bear 1X shares. Basically, whenever Tesla stocks go down, this goes up. So this morning I was able to get in when Tesla stocks were down. I think this was around 1250. Then it went up 1270, then it went down to 1255. I was like, bet, let me throw some more in it. So I did that, and then it went up to 1289. That's when I got out, and then of course it hit 1308. But then it dropped completely down after that, so I was happy. But that was pretty cool. If you don't know what inverse is, TSLS provides inverse negative 1x exposure, less fees and expenses to the daily price movement of shares of Tesla stock. So basically, it's almost like you're buying puts. You're buying the down of these things. Number of holdings, 8. Category, trading inverse equity. And it's been around since August 8, 2022. Now, as far as history and everything, it's not too much, when it goes on with this. But we can look at some of the other inverse stocks. See how it does. The Pro Shares Ultra VIX Short Dash Term Futures ETF. That one did all right. At 9:30, it was at 45. It went up to 47. That would have been a nice short, but you would have to get out right there, or you got stuck. It's at 36. So the low is 36.61. Now, if you got in here good, you were straight, because that thing jumped from $36 to $42. When I saw that, I was like, wow, let me go ahead and change my price alert to below 37, because I want some of that for tomorrow. So that was something I'm definitely going to be looking at tomorrow. And that's what I noticed about these inverses. They jump a lot, but you definitely got to get them low. Now, the cool thing is the volatility is there. You can see every time it goes down, it goes back up. Every time it goes down, it goes back up. If it dips, it doesn't dip for too long. You just got to make sure you time it at the right dip. Make sure you don't get in at any all-time highs for the day or anything like that. But if you just look at it, at one point in time it was 23, so it's steady going up. It's steady going up. So this is a good thing. And then of course, QQQ, or Pro Shares Ultra Pro Short QQQ, which is also very volatile. This is one of those where it started off high. Started off at 55.81, went to 57.12, and then it just jumped all the way down to 46.70, and then came back up. When I saw that, I was like, oh snap, 46.70? That's not a bad place to get in at later. So I went ahead and set my price alert for below 47, just in case it's still kind of trying to trend in that downward momentum, but still having that volatility. Of course, AUM 3.40 billion, things like that. But SQQQ provides negative 3x inverse exposure to a modified market cap weight index of 100 of the large non-financial firms listed on the NASDAQ. So far we have three stocks that we can trade during tariff time. But not all was bad. Actually, let's go to the small cap. And I gotta give it up to Lucid. Lucid actually decided to do some jumping today. At 9:30, it was at 217. And by 10:15, it was at 252. So it went up, a good deal, like 30 something cents right there. So Lucid's trying to do something. Let me see if there's any upcoming news. It says Lucid is making progress, just not enough to make a profit. So it's still not making a profit. I think that was just people just trying to be positive about it. But it's still really not bringing anything back. It says the big positive in 2024. See, it keeps on going back to 2024. We already know about 2024. So that really doesn't mean anything. But it made a positive move, so we got to give Lucid its flowers. Now, leverage. If you're trading with Robinhood and you want to do leverages and things like that, all you have to do is go in a search engine and type in leverages, and it'll bring up some. Because there's some that I haven't even messed with, such as the this one right here. Granite shares, ETF Trust, Granite shares. Here's another one. Drexion Daily Semiconductor Bear 3X shares, 41.13. So this sounds like well, matter of fact, let me read it. It says provides daily 3x leverage inverse exposure to a modified market cap weighted index of 30 US listed semiconductor companies. So this does the opposite of whatever the semiconductor companies are doing. So let's say, for instance, you got your AMDs, your NVIDIAs, Taiwan semiconductors, and things like that. When they're going down, this is going up. When they're going up, this is going to be going down. All right, let's look at that for a second. Because right now it's kind of going in a down pattern a little bit. A little whip it in. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get a more analytical approach to it. All right, so it's looking bearish right there. So now let's go to NVIDIA. And NVIDIA is going in a more upward position. So you can see how inverted they are. So it's one of those things where when NVIDIA is going down, then you could go to that other stock, that bearish leverage inverted stock, and it would be going up. For instance, let's look at our between 9:45 and 10:15, NVIDIA was going up. So at 9:45 and 10:13, see that? This is going down. So this is just one of those to keep in the back of your head. If you're like, man, NVIDIA is going down, how can I make money off of it? Make money off of it going down. This is completely inversed, complete opposite of what companies like NVIDIA do. But other than that, everything is still the same. There's no real new news when it comes to the market. But at least we know that we can still make money even though they're having the whole tariff thing and the market is crashing. So once again, this is Mike Dub 27 Trader, and don't forget to like and don't forget to follow. And I'm out. Deuces.